Today I'm going to have a go at doing something with this piece of burr. It's quite light and looks like it's quite wrecked. So we'll see if I can make something out of it. Right, try and find a centre. Belt and braces. Right, so I've got the big chuck jaws on, which are about 85mm, I think. Being quite careful here because the wood is clearly quite fractured and there's not a lot of strength left in it. So I'm going to have to start patching it up very shortly and filling it before I finish off any more. Right, I've just taken it off the headstock and I've just put it on. It's the Simon Hope wood carving mount for the tool post, just so I can have a look at it and see what to do. I think I don't really like liquid resin, even though I've got some. I just seem to go everywhere. So I'm just going to try and tape it up, and I'm going to use some epoxy glue and see if I can fill some of the cracks with that. Okay, so I've got a bit of Pearlex, which is sapphire blue, and a bit of this sort of gold glass cast alcohol sort of dye. So I've loosely mixed the two colours to keep it slightly streaky, and then use this as the first set of fills, and I needed to get that well into the cracks. Right, well, I've bunged some milliput in it, some crushed mussel shells. I've poured glue over a lot of the cracks, some glue, and then the actual floors in it have been filled with epoxy coloured with perlite, just to make sure the whole thing doesn't fly apart. So I'll now chuck it up and see if I can do a bit more turning on it. So I dressed the face a bit first to get it a bit more level, and then tackled shaping the outside with a carbide because of the amount of resin and mussel shell in there. It was going to blunt the regular tool, and then after that carefully tackled hollowing out the inside. Very conscious though that this thing is still possibly going to fly apart. And then turned out the centre of the bowl. Had to be again very careful because the floors were going all the way through, and it couldn't be the thinnest bowl in the world because it was grave danger of falling apart. Then a lot of sanding through the grits, which when it bounces off the crust mussel shell quite a bit, so lots of sanding with the lathe moving and sanding with the lathe stationary. A bit more filling, a bit more gluing. Pretty beautiful. Right or wrong, I decided to burnish some of this with cut and polish. Just need to kind of see what the finish is going to be like. I burnished it this way so that the cut and polish would also seal the wood a bit, ready for further filling on the inside. Just allow me early on to get an idea of what the finish was going to look like. So after the cut and polish, I cleaned off the residue of the wax from within the cracks, and then set to filling the cracks again with super glue and more crushed mussel shells. You try and say that, crushed mussel shells, and also some more perlite coloured mica powder mixed in as well. And also filled again some of the cracks with different wood dusts. Again, that took quite a while. Then more sanding, then more light duty filling again, and then ultimately hard wax oil as a finish, so that it didn't. A regular wax would dry, leaving a white deposit. So this was done to seal the wood, bring out the beautiful finish, and not leave a white deposit in the little pitted areas that are still there from the burr. And then when all that was done, it was a question of reversing it onto the Longworth chuck and turning off the bottom, and some more filling. There are a lot of stages to doing this, and the one area that I didn't quite get right was using the milliput to fill the big void that you can see on some of the photographs there. I couldn't get it to be completely circular when I returned it, so it added a feature rather than it being perfect. Hey ho.